And maybe I'll just make a note that this is a do while loop. There's different spellings of this, but it's essentially the same thing. So a good example of this, do you remember from old video games like Oregon Trail where you had to press Q to quit the game? Well, let's create an example of something like that involving a do while loop. So while we don't press the Q button or Q key or enter in Q, we will continue to play this game that we make up. So let's create a string variable named answer, and we're not going to assign this right away. Now we're going to use the do while loop, so we're just going to type in do, then a set of curly brackets, and then after this we're going to type in our while loop. All right, and then you have to finish that off with a semicolon because I'm forgetting that. So we're going to put our condition between these parentheses at the very end. So we will always execute this loop at least once, and then at the end, we're going to check to see if this condition is true. If it is, then we'll continue with this do while loop. So let's create a fictional game then. It's going to have really very poor graphics, all right? So you are playing the game. It's just going to display something, really. And let's end line. Let's make this fun. Pew, pew. And then I'll ask for a prompt if the user wants to exit. Perhaps I'll just type in or add a prompt that says maybe press Q to quit. And then let's add a get line here. So get line cin, and then the answer. And I'll just add one more line of text here, just to kind of keep things organized and separated. All right, so we're going to execute this do while loop at least once, and then depending on our answer, this will determine if we're going to exit the do while loop. So we'll need to write some sort of condition within the while loop. So we can check to see if our answer is Q or not. And one way to do this is that we could say answer dot at index 0, all right, does not equal Q. All right, so this will take whatever we type in, and if it begins with the letter Q, then we will exit the while loop then, as long as it doesn't equal Q. However, if they type in capital Q, we'll also have to count for that too. So we're going to use the AND logical operator. Answer at index 0 does not equal uppercase Q. All right, so let's run this. Oh, then we should probably write a prompt to let the user know that they have exited the game. So you have quit the game. Okay, we should be good. So we're going to perform this code block at least once, and then depending on our answer, that will determine if we exit this game or not. So let's try this. You are playing the game. Pew pew, press Q to quit. I don't want to quit, so I'll just type in still playing, and it says I am still playing the game. No, I don't want to quit. You know what, this game is kind of lame, so I want to quit the game, so I'm going to type in Q to quit, and it says you have quit the game. So you can see that with the do while loop, you'll always perform this code block at least once, and then at the end, we will check our condition. Then if the condition evaluates as true, we will continue to repeat this do while loop over and over again. So that's a variation of the while loop. It's a do while loop, and it's if you want to execute this code block at least once. Otherwise, with the basic while loop, you might just skip it completely if the condition is false from the beginning. So that's this topic on while loops. I'll post all the code that we worked on in the comments down below and pin it to the top. And if you're looking for additional practice or a project to work on, why don't you create your own example of a while loop and a do while loop, and also post it in the comments down below. But yeah, that is this topic on how while loops work in C++.